Rolled in by the umpire, and that starts our first match of the afternoon. First touch of the ball is Robert Dubai, who sends that up to Timur Nadim. Timur holding on to this one. Timmy Nadim looks to thread the pass through up to Hamza Mawaz. Hamza's running in towards the goal. He's got the jump on Jimmy Wood. Jimmy leaning forward, just about swinging for the backhand. Healy clears the shot out towards the boards on the picnic side, and the Jacaranda tent. We were wondering whose tent was going to go where this afternoon. A bit of a standoff between the pinks and the purples. Jacaranda over in that corner this afternoon. Will takes this one out to the boards, but it looks like it's hopped over the boards and out of play. Doesn't stop ticking down if the ball goes over the boards, and this time it escapes from the line out in favour of Vendetta, and it's Jimmy Wood who picks this one up. Jimmy's struggling to get hold of this one, but checks the pony down nicely. Great bit of horsemanship as he crosses the halfway line. Still Jimmy in the number 4 shirt. He's got a bit of trouble in front in the form of Hamza Mawaz. Hamza not letting anything go. Healy slips through on the outside, looking for the pass. Jimmy Wood releases. Healy in front of the goal. Can he put the next shot away? Big finish from Will Healy. What a goal! Neatly, the ball rolled into play. It ricochets quickly out, and Jimmy Wood gets onto the end of this one with a nice near side shot forward. Can he dodge through the hook from Hamza Mawaz? Hamza putting everything in there. Jimmy gets the ride off, sends the shot to goal. It's looking pretty good. Hamza just takes it off the line, but out of play. And the whistle goes. It's a good shot. Has he found the mark? It's been brought down by a Jacaranda stick, but the flag waves. It still makes it through. And that's Raja hurls the ball in down the centre of the line. Now Jimmy Wood again escapes the possession. Will turns up looking for the backhand. Big ride off there by Hamza Mawaz on Jimmy Wood. He goes in for the hook. He's just about managed to get the better of the 4-goal New Zealand player, and he's away with the ball. Jimmy Wood chasing hard. Will Healy back in defence as well, but Hamza Mawaz has a quick pony as he runs in towards the post. Cut shot is going to be necessary to put this one through. He doesn't quite connect, and this one is going to be picked up by Jimmy Wood. Jimmy out towards the boards. The pony turns beautifully as he takes that one round the corner. Now another challenge coming, this time from Timur Nadim. Timur comes in with a ride off. It's hard against Jimmy Wood. Jimmy checks up out of that one, and it's, as much as he might have hoped, he's not attracted a whistle. So Timur Nadim now coming cross court, long route around the field. He's on the halfway line, crosses the tee, sends the pass up to Hamza Mawaz. Hamza now on the end of this one has a good look at the goal. He's thinking about the big shot, but he's going to play the percentage play. Checks down, holds on, comes back inside. The pass forward to Henri Dubai. Henri in front of the post. Healy's there with a hook. Jimmy Wood with a clearance, just manages to get a connection on that as the pony, I think, helped him out a little bit there. Picked up now by Mawaz. Mawaz turning the ball, holding on to this one, leaves it for Timur Nadim. These guys have played a lot together, both played on the Pakistan international team together, alongside teammates like Hissam Ali Haider. Hamza Mawaz, a very nice slow swing, but unfortunately the pressure seems to have just... Jimmy Wood recovers and brings the ball back in for Vendetta. Will Healy running up the centre of the field looking for the pass. We've got Gary Ranucci way up at the front door, but here's the challenge coming in from Hamza Mawaz. Once again, he's got the better of Jimmy Wood, goes in for a big bump and a ride off there. Jimmy Wood dodges back onto the stick side, looking to make the hook. We've got recovery still. Jacaranda hold on to the ball. Timur Nadim leans out. Jimmy Wood takes the hook. Will Healy comes in with a challenge on Hamza Mawaz, gets the better of it. The backhand's away, but no one's there. It's going to be chased down by Nadim. Timur turns this one around. Jimmy Wood just trying to get in the way of his procession to goal. Healy comes in there. The whistle, I believe, has gone. Well, this time he finds the mark. The flag waves. It's a goal for Jacaranda. 1.5 goals. So the ball's back into play. Who's going to pick this one up? Timur Nadim gets a near side shot in. Jimmy Wood intercepts, but is found by Hamza Mawaz. Hamza running this one down the field. Jimmy really pushes the pony to keep up with him. Hamza on the outside still has the advantage. Jimmy puts the shoulder into this one. Hamza taps out towards the boards, holding on to possession. Timur going in, looking for a pass. Hamza dodges round the outside. Now has he got the pony to get round the long way? Jimmy finds the ball now. Snatched off him, but possibly not legally as the whistle goes. So this is going to be a spot hit to Vendetta in the yellow shirts. It's Jimmy Wood who takes this one. Will Healy moves across to the clubhouse side, looking for the pass. There it is, up to Will Healy, running onto this though, Timmy Nadim. Timmy taps, taking it the long way around. Pablo Marin coming in, looking to make a challenge. Pablo checks the pony down, holding on to the man. Back inside comes Timur Nadim, takes a shot forward, the ball bounces high. Pablo with a solid ride off there against Timur Nadim. That sets Will up for the backhand. Doesn't quite get the distance though to find Jimmy Wood. Timor again onto that loose ball in the middle of the play. Healy tries to clear this one. Hamza Mowers spinning the stick round on his near side, trying to control this one. Will applies the brakes, avoiding the challenge, holding on to this one. Slots the ball a little bit too far on the near side. Hamza pounces on the backhand there as he sends it loose and into space. Round the corner first comes Timor Nadine, stick and balling in towards the goal. Controls nicely on his near side. Jimmy Wood slides in there. And Healy with the clearance shot. First bell rings, 30 seconds left in this chucker. Jimmy Wood coming through, makes the ride off, holds onto the ball well. Challenged hard there by Timor. Now we'll start chucker number 2, and the players will now have an opportunity to change ponies. Too early. Circles there. Again, you also allow contact before the ball's been brought back in. New rule the HPA this year. Jimmy Wood brings this one back in. Healy hunting for the pass, but it looks like it's been found by Timor Nadine. Wraps the tail around. Playing the backhand to Hamza Mowers. Hamza now holds on to this one. Jimmy Wood keeping an eye on him there at the back. Healy waiting in the centre for the loose ball now. Jimmy gets hold of this one. Doesn't quite connect with his backhand though, as Healy was waiting there, ready for that one. Hamza Mowers turns the corner with the ball. Takes this one into space. Healy hunting, looking for the backhand. The shot goes through. Is it going to find its way all the way up to the front door? We've got Robert to buy. The ball bounces high. Healy with the backhand, ridden down there by Timor Nadine. Pablo Marin picks up the loose ball. Heads up towards halfway, but that's a solid big ride-off coming in there from Timmy Nadine. Timmy back round the corner with the ball and into space. No one making a challenge as he comes around. Jimmy Wood can't quite get close enough to get a stick to this one. Now he can, does the stretch Armstrong trick there. Healy looking to pick that one up, but the whistle is gone. That's great. So hit from the spot. Jimmy Wood takes this one back into play, looking to then send the pass off to Pablo Marin. Pablo being bumped hard out of that one though. We've got Hamza Mowers going round the corner, holding on to the ball. Look at that one as he juggles with a bit of tennis there. Jimmy Wood really has to push the pony to keep up with him. Hamza has a set of very fast horses that run extremely well. Jimmy does well to get the ride off. Healy takes down the next man. Pablo Marin's there, sends the ball back in towards the centre. Great backhand there by Pablo Marin, placed beautifully for Healy. Healy though hooked out of it by Timor Nadine. Nadine trying to get a clear shot to goal, sends the pass through, the ball way off the top of the mallet there, and it's Gary Ranucci who picks this one up. Playing Blancasito, who won best playing pony last weekend. Gary has a great chucker on this horse. Big bump with a ride off, just stops Gary in his tracks there from Hamza Mowers. Healy goes in for the ride off, it's the next shot. Back in, should it go wide? Hamza Mowers hits this one high, high, high. Is it straight? It is indeed. It's a goal to Jacaranda. 2 goals to 2.5 now. The yellow shirts now towards the scoreboard, and Jacaranda up towards Hamhouse and getting loose with this one is Hamza Mowers. Hamza on a fast pony, launches the ball down towards the goal. That could go all the way. That is an absolutely brilliant shot. What a goal there for 120 yards out. Hamza Mowers confirms the Jacaranda lead. It's rolled back into play. Escapes in favour of Vendetta. Pablo Marin under considerable pressure there, gets the first touch of the ball, and now it's Timor Nadine running this one down the field. Healy really lets the pony run in chase. Still Timor Nadine. Can Healy reach the hook? Goes way forward. The ball just spills a little bit loose there.
Come on, come on.
Gary Ranucci called off it by Jimmy Wood. Jimmy turns it around, allowing time for his forwards to run forward. Now turns even harder as he comes back towards the clubhouse side of the ground, getting himself a little bit of space and defending his stick side. Can he get past Timor Nadine? He sends the shot forward. Timor on the faster pony. Plays the open-handed shot. Jimmy Wood has support behind in the form of Will Healy. Healy goes the long route round again, defending his stick side and using the pony power to get past everybody. Healy now out front. Can he get through the hook? Yes, he can. Will Healy, an absolutely brilliant approach shot. Healy taps to finish that one off. What a score there. Look at the pony power the polo manager has. Andy, Bay Pony. Keep a close eye on this one. Gary Ranucci still on Blancasita, the winner of the best playing pony last weekend, sponsored by Hudson Clear Footwear. Ball rolled back into play. Picked up by Timmy Nadine. Timmy juggling the ball around. Look at that thoroughbred looking pony. Beautiful handling as he turns around the corner. Jimmy Wood will Healy onto his near side, straight back into the game. Ball bounces high and out of the way of the stick as he makes a swing at that one. Jimmy Wood quite reactive as the ball spills away from a divot and out of reach. Hamza Mawaz on the end of this one, holding on to the ball. Hamza, can he get past? He's got support from Timur Nadine. He's being chased hard by Jimmy Wood. Jimmy Wood way out around the pony's neck. Still Hamza Mawaz in towards the post. He finishes this one off well. It's another goal for Jacaranda. Tidy in front of him, he rolls the ball back into play. It's Pablo Marin who gets to stick to it, sets up Jimmy Wood nicely. Jimmy out towards the board. A lot of pressure coming in from Hamza Mawaz. Hamza looks to bash Jimmy out of the way there. Jimmy there has support. Will Healy behind. Jimmy, can he get past? Hamza with a big ride-off, looking to play the backhand. Straight back, over the top. First to turn. Timur Nadine. Timur onto the end of this one. Plays the ball on his near side. Back towards the centre. Healy stretching for the hook. Can he get the better of him? Yes, he can. Jimmy Wood now with this one. Turns the ball. Back around towards the centre. Is this going to be an interception coming in there from Hamza Mawaz? The whistle's gone though. Driven very, very hard indeed. It's way into the stick of ball, running straight through the lane. Who's going to pick this one up? Timur Nadine. Hamza Mawaz takes that one out of the line out. The players seem to be chasing. I'm not quite sure whether we have or haven't had a whistle there. A couple of the players seem to be chasing back, a couple of them don't. I think the bell maybe confused everybody. They thought there was going to be a whistle. There wasn't, and it's Hamza Mawaz who puts that one through. So, total confusion in the line out there, but Hamza appeared to be the only one with clarity. Just Shredder in as once again we salute you. Thank you very much indeed for all your efforts on the ground. It would appear that jacket number 3 is already underway. The umpires have rolled the ball in, and we're back underway with the second half of our challenge match. Timur Nadine sends the pass all the way up to the front door. It's Henri to buy, the ball bouncing around everywhere. And Healy with a clearance shot out towards the boards. Timur Nadine with a huge heave of a ride-off there against Healy. Healy though manages to get away with this one. Timur cut off there by Jimmy Wood, and that sets Healy up with a run down the field. Sends the ball screaming over the halfway line. Look at the speed the players are running at. Big ride-off there from Hamza Mawaz, who takes the ball very much in the other direction. I don't think he meant to hit that one quite so hard. Now a screaming next shot way out towards the boards, and the owner of that Land Rover is going to be quite grateful that one connected with the boards. Jimmy Wood back round the corner. Immediately out to flat out speed in this second half. The ball ricochets backwards off Gary Ranucci there. Hamza Mawaz with this one coming back past the clubhouse. Jimmy Wood can't quite reach the hook. The ball spills to the right hand side. Healy's there to collect this one up. No, Jimmy. Sharp turn from him as he picks this one up. Almost has his pocket picked there by Timur Nadine, and Pablo Marin's there. Called off it by Healy. Pablo takes the man out clinically there as Healy comes back round the outside onto his near side. As the players come together there on the ball, the whistle goes. So just in front of him for the short ball. Timur taps to the left-hand side, coming over towards the clubhouse. Jimmy Wood looks to come with the challenge, cut off there by Hamza Mawaz. Will Healy now left to deal with Timur Nadine. The ball goes forward. It's stopped though by Healy. Who's first round the corner? Will Healy onto the line. Doesn't quite connect. Jimmy Wood's there, recovering well. Great teamwork as they back each other up. Now again Healy. Just have a play on that. Hamza Mawaz coming through, appeals back to the umpires. He doesn't connect. Timur chasing hard. Jimmy Wood now going to goal. There's the approach shot. The pony's out front. He just about connects with a bouncing ball, but it goes loose. Left behind. Healy's there. He hasn't quite found it. Just goes wide. Look at the ponies running and turning this afternoon. The ground is in absolutely perfect condition for fast polo. It really is spectacular. Timmy Nadine takes this one back cross court. Launches the shot forward. Henri's there on the end of this one, steaming down the line behind him. There's Jimmy Wood and Hamza Mawaz. Henri with the shot forward over the halfway line, dribbling the ball nicely. Ball bouncing around a little bit there. Hamza with it under the next shot out towards the goal. Gary Ranucci goes back in defence, cutting off the man, and the ball finds the back line before the Jimmy Wood now taps the ball back into play. Straight forward, advances up to the 30-yard mark. Punches a pass forward for Pablo Marin. Pablo switches to his near side. He gets hooked under by Timur Nadine. Timur juggling the ball there as it dances around underneath his stick. Timur still in possession of this one. Jimmy Wood's there. The shot's forward. Healy's going back in defence. The shot's looking very good indeed. That's a great approach shot. That's set up. Henri very nicely indeed. Healy turns this one around right on his own back line. certainly in the danger zone. Great piece of horsemanship there as he dodges back inside of all the players. Healy now in the middle of the pack, switches onto his near side. Hamza Mawaz with the loose ball. Jimmy Wood checks down hard. Hamza looks forward, leaves this one behind for Timur. Timur, big shot to goal, but it ricochets off his own player and out over the back line. We've had a whisk heading up towards the 30. Healy's there, Healy on Daz, and this chap who's going to want to have a run on this horse. The pass is centred back towards Healy. Healy picks it up on his near side, goes through the challenge from Timur Nadine. Timur still holding on to this one. Hamza Mawaz is behind, Jimmy Wood's there. Healy's going to have to turn onto this one. Pablo Marin comes past. Pablo holding on to that ball, but he's hooked out of it by Timur. Open-handed backhand. Pablo's round the corner first, puts in a solid ride off there on Timur. Timur somehow manages to scoop the ball out from between the two players. Still Pablo's there. Does well there, putting Hamza off the play. Gary Ranucci now with an opportunity. Gary picks up the ball nicely as he heads up the field, pointing himself to goal. The ball bouncing a little bit, unfortunately, there. Backhand by Hamza Mawaz. Timur Nadine flicks that one sideways to give himself some space to turn into. Jimmy Wood, great ride off there. Pablo Marin, backhand back to Jimmy. Jimmy is going to try and battle to pick this one up, but the whistle getting a yellow flag and making a little bit too much noise. Ball brought back in by Jimmy Wood, immediately challenged hard. Will Healy does very well, picking up the ball there. Still got the challenge from Timur Nadine in front. Healy is going to want to try and get around the outside of this one. He's got players all around him. As he's going to have the horsepower to get past. That's a very nice approach shot. The right off big though from Timur Nadine. The near side backhands there. Played well, stopped by Jimmy Wood. Whistle goes again. Oh, the umpire's fighting. Nadine scoops the ball up, looking to make the pass. Sorry, Hamza Mawaz is rather passing to Timur Nadine. Healy comes through onto this one. Nice shot from him, clearing it forward. Now he's going to let Daz run as he approaches the halfway line. Leaves it behind very well indeed for Jimmy Wood. Jimmy Wood sends that one screaming into space, all the way down the field, going back in defence. It's Hamza Mawaz having a good look over his shoulder. You can see Timur Nadine. Pablo Marin does a good job to cut Timur Nadine off, goes straight into contact with it right off there. Timur around the corner. He's got Will Healy and Pablo Marin around him. He sends the ball, a big pass down the field up to Robert Dubai. Ball bouncing high. Timur Nadine comes in there, picking this one up. Healy tries to make the ride off. Still Timur Nadine. Nadine inside the 30, tapping once. Right there, flicks the ball to goal. The flag waves. 6.5 goals to 4. Players mark up tight. He sends this one long, strong ball down the field. Jimmy Wood is going to try and get a stick to this one. In comes Robert Dubai. Jimmy Wood picks this one up as he turns around the corner. Here comes Hamza Mawaz. Hamza steals the ball off on his near side, sends it out towards the boards, looks over his shoulder, thinks about the backhand, taps around the corner, sends it to his teammate. Right down in the corner of the field. Can he keep this one in play? Only skids to a hole right in front of that Vendetta tent. Pablo Marin sends the shot forward on the near side. Round the long way comes Hamza Mawaz. Hamza going back in towards goal. Jimmy Wood pushes the accelerator to get there first. Shot to goal as the bell rings. It's gone wide. Chugga number 3 draws to a close. All the players will probably be starting with a hit in. The score stand at 6.5 goals to 4. Trotting forward as he approaches the 30. Here comes the challenge from Hamza Mawaz onto his stick side. Jimmy's going to want to release the ball, looking for Will Healy, intercepted there by Henri. Pablo Marin onto his near side, hooked out of it by Hamza Mawaz, and it's Jimmy Wood who escapes at this one. Now we've got a horse race on our hands. Jimmy Wood's got the faster ponies. He cuts around the outside, cutting him off on the inside. We've got Timur Nadine. The shot to goal's looking pretty good. Now the challenge comes in. Timur slots in front. Has he got a play on this one? Yes, he has. He sends the backhand out towards the boards. His teammate, Hamza Mawaz, is there. Hamza now turning the corner hard. Healy coming in with the challenge. Hamza doesn't quite connect with the balls. It bounces around. Backhand from Healy towards the post. Gary Ranucci gets around the corner. Can he put this one away? Gary running in towards the post. Shot to goal. Hooked out of it at the last minute. And the clearance shots there. The whistle goes though. It's been awarded to Vendetta. Jimmy Wood's put this one away. 5 goals to 6. Quite happy yet. Just waits to roll the ball in now. There it is, the ball's back in play. Line out, marches forward as a melee there. The whistle's gone, no foul's been called, but the line out, the point where the alleged infringement took place. The ball rolled back into play. Timmy Nadine fighting hard in the middle of everybody to pick this one up. Gets the ball going forward. Gary Ranucci's there putting in a hook on that. Nadine still with this one. Now leaves it behind. He's called off by Hamza Mowers. Hamza sends that one not quite as far as he wants. Healy there with a backhand, swatted out of the air by Jimmy Wood as he puts a bit more of an angle on that one. Gary Ranucci fighting against Hamza Mowers. Timmy Nadine goes into contact there with Pablo Marin. Pablo with a backhand out towards the balls. Great ride off there by Marin. Hamza Mowers challenged by Ranucci. Retains possession. There's a little bit of difficulty getting out of the melee here. Now it seems to be Hamza Mowers who picks this one up. Stretches on his near side to try and control the ball. Jimmy Wood's there. Open-handed backhand for Will Healy. Will gets around the corner, but a sharp turn from Hamza Mowers has cut him off. Hamza with the right off, open-handed backhand of his own, centre looking forward. Timon Nadine, the ball ricochets out wide. Jimmy Wood first to react to that one, and he takes the ball across his own goal mouth and out towards the clubhouse. Still Jimmy with time on his hands and a bit of space. Here comes the challenge from Timmy Nadine. Jimmy calmly applies the brakes to avoid the challenge. He's got support behind. Pablo Marin waiting in front. Jimmy still with the ball. Solid right off there from Hamza Mowers. Hamza gets in front as Jimmy applies the brakes, sends the tail backhand to Hamza. Hamza running this one down the field. The shot's pretty good. Healy's going to need to make a crucial ride off here. Hamza has the legs to get in front. Taps once, taps to goal. There it is as the flag waves. 7.5 goals to 5. Is it going to be rolled in? Yes, it is. Healy out of the line out with this one. Controls the ball nicely. Juggling it around the ball, hopping high in the air. Flick of his wrist there from Timon Nadine. Sends the ball in favour of Jacaranda, but read well by Jimmy Wood, who turns on to this one. Robert Dubai is there waiting up for this one. Jimmy piles into the right off against Hamza Mowers. Ball's kicked forward by the pony, which helps him out of it as he drives the ball forward, but it's ridden down by Timon Nadine. Timon coming around the corner towards the picnic side of the ground. Ball way up in the air. Can't quite get the half volley, but he's backed up nicely by teammate Mowers. There's the drive this time all the way down the field, centre just enough to set up Henri Dubai. Henri doesn't quite connect with the second shot. Going back in defence is Gary Ranucci, as is Will Healy. Will Healy with the loose ball. Stolen away from him though. Look at the speed there of Timon Nadine. Timon thinks about the big next shot to goal, no, switches to the near side. Healy appealing back to the umpires there. Jimmy Wood finds himself with this one. Thinks about running it, but he's cut off in front. Controls the ball, takes the hook and the tap, absolutely brilliant. He reaches back to control the ball very well indeed. He's got two Jacaranda players on him. Now Jimmy pushes past. Has he got the legs to get all the way through? Running back in defence, we've got Henri Dubai. Henri with a tail backhand for Mowers. Jimmy Wood tries to steal the ball off him by the team kit. Hit from the centre of the field. Timon Nadine drives the ball forward. Hamza Mowers checks the pony down. Jimmy Wood's going to find this loose ball. Have Vendetta got enough time on their hands to run this one down the field and get another goal in? Will Healy's got this one. Daz opens up. Look at that pony stretch out. Absolutely beautiful the way it runs. Coming in with the challenge. Timon Nadine sees himself with the space, sends the open-handed near side backhand. Look at the angle on that. That's a cracking shot there by Nadine. Jimmy Wood can't quite control this one. Coming through on the end of the ball, we've got Henri Dubai, but it has attracted a line-out. Players circle around. Jacaranda have the long route to goal. Vendetta find themselves 80 yards from the opposition goal. The ball's rolled in with force down the centre of the lineup, picked up by Pablo Marin. This is Pablo's moment, heading over towards the goal. A nice approach shot by Pablo. Sends the second shot down towards the goal. He's under considerable pressure, chasing this one to hold it in play. The backhand's there. The ball right in front of the post, setting up. Looks like the Jacaranda team managed to turn this one around. Healy checks the pony right down on the ball. Jimmy Wood swoops onto the end of this one. Pablo Marin can't quite reach the hook from Hamza Mowers. Hamza underneath the pony's neck. Jimmy Wood onto the end of this one, but fast around the corner. Here comes Hamza, switches onto his near side. Jimmy quick to react there as he puts in a stick to block the shot. Hamza still going back towards Jimmy Wood. Jimmy controlling this one, checking down. The ball kicked backwards by Bernie, looks to the umpire, not getting what he wants. Sharp turn from Robert Dubai. Robert hammered in the ride-off there by Gary Ranucci. As the players come past fighting for the ball, there's a shot intercepted there by Hamza Mowers. Sets up Robert Dubai. Robert hooked out of it by Gary Ranucci. Gary called off as he thinks about coming back for the near side, but Jimmy says, don't worry, I've got this one. Takes it back down the field, 5 seconds to run on the clock. One more shot could seal the goal. Jimmy Wood launches it towards the goal, but there is the final bell. 7.5 goals to 5. Jacaranda are our winners. Well, I'm sure you'll agree that was a very exciting match.